should go live right now. Oh, we are live. Hey, we are. Hey.
I was gonna start off with like I was old enough to remember type of bit with Cooper Cup. I don't know where it fits, but y'all can roll with that probably, right? You're professional podcasters. No?
Semi-professional, you know.
Well, if you weren't in the live show of the pre-open bar, you know, the mixer, the openbar.com / patreon.com / is it a backslash or a / I still don't know.
You set it up, bro.
Yeah, I know I did. I literally did a year ago. It's getting lots of action.
I'm about to say, how many patrons we up to now?
Yeah, I know. We got to come up. I bet people would come into the show like pre-mixer and just kick it with us, and they would. I bet they would. I don't know why they would, but they would. I mean, that's what these people are doing here. They literally paid us to come onto the show. So like, that's what's funny is people think that we actually invite people on the show, that we, you know, that I'm going over J Mike's head, that, you know, he's inviting the same people every week. No, those are just the same. They like us that much and they just keep coming back on the show themselves. They are patrons, anywhere between $1 and $100 that they pay every month to come on to the open bar. Look, this how has the FF community not thought of this yet, J Mike?
Listen, bro, I don't know. I don't know what you've been peddling Wednesday through Monday. But on these here Tuesdays, bro, that $1 to $100, if that's the case, can it go toward a new computer for me? Can it hit a little different for my for the old setup here? But
yep.
Anywho, I'm not even going to talk about that. Kim, go ahead. Sorry.
Your check is in the mail. Don't worry. Yeah,
I appreciate that, man.
Totally in the mail.
Now, does this include back pay? Is this retro lump sum style?
All right, so we're live on the open bar. It is Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern ish. I mean, I kind of timed the ish this time. I felt like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it right at 9:45 Eastern. That's what people expect now. That's what kind of bothers me is, you know, we say the whole ish thing, whatever, right? But people kind of know. They kind of know now that it's 9:45. And so I think we need to develop a strategy to stop that. Possibly go earlier, maybe like a 9. You know, throw them off a little bit. I want to keep them guessing, J Mike. What do you think? Could that get us more patrons?
I'm sure if we bring it up enough. I'm sure if we spice it up by making the early end of the ish. Mm-hmm. So would that? So let me ask: if we swung that far in that direction, would we still be as heavy on the ish? But just is this like positive regression? Is this what positive regression is?
Oh no. The nerds are coming for us.
I would definitely pay $4 to come on at 9 o'clock. I'll just throw that out there.
Our first
patron. And that means you get to introduce yourself first.
Yeah, you go first for that.
Welcome to the show, Cody. Well, okay, so I don't remember let me preface this with I'm kind of forgetful and I'm maybe possibly a jerk. When is the last time that we've podcasted together? If we've podcasted together, because that's where I'm struggling right now.
We actually haven't. The first time I was on the open bar, I think it was your anniversary or something. It was that crazy night. Dabari was on there, Corey, Doug jumped in for like 15 minutes at the end, just a whole bunch of random people. And then you just popped in at one point. It was just like you sitting there at dinner. And we're like, oh, cool, Gabe's here. And then you just went away.
and then he came back as he was driving home from his anniversary dinner. And
yeah, that's right.
For those wondering, this is still his wife and still the mother of his child. So this isn't like something he had to move on from because she left him after that nonsense. So it's good.
Real professionals. You only get that here. Again, our patron Patreon is no, but Cody. So all right. Well, I feel a little better, kind of. But anyway, it's good to have you on for the first time with me. Anyway, I'm sorry that J Mike's been hogging you this whole time, but good to have you, brother. How you feeling? How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing super well. I'm pumped to come on. I'm a little upset that I had to pay 5 or 6 times to finally get back on. But either way, I'm happy to be here. I would have paid a 7th time if I would have had to.
It's like Scientology. You gotta keep paying to level up.
We get on Scientology.
You're like at Tom Cruise level now. You have free reign. You can do what you want.
But no, man, I'm pumped to be here. The debates are going on, and no matter what happens, we are in great hands. So this is everything is going well. It's like whenever you go to the good place and you sit down, you look around, it's just that sign that says everything is fine. So just pumped to be here with you boys.
Yeah. They didn't tell you that it was a green screen though, and it's actually that meme of the dude sipping coffee with the fire sitting everywhere. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Well, good to have you. Thank you for being a patron to the open bar for the 6th time. I thought we got you for 7, but J Mike must have misspoke. All right, let's go around here. What do we got next? What do we got next? Devi D. The D of Devi. I feel like you.
I feel dirty.
I feel like you should always breathe hard after you.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Dwight? How you doing, man?
Been too long. What's your kid now? 7? I mean, he was born last time I was on. So
exactly, yeah. Yeah. Thanks for the congratulations card for the graduation. Congratulations for graduation. Appreciate that. What's up, dude? How we feeling?
Not much, man. Just happy to be on talking some football, and yeah, it's been a rough couple days, so kind of a nice little vacation away from real life insanity, I guess, to this insanity. So yeah, I like
Indeed. Yeah. That's all we do here. J Mike, do you have any pulp?
Bro. I don't know if that's going to be on the playback or not.
Yes, it should be.
That was awful.
What's wrong with you?
It was so funny, and I was trying to hold it back. I don't know in my life if I've ever done that to where legitimately I'm drinking something and I laugh and I spit the drink. I wish I could take a picture of my desk right now. This is stupid. Orange juice all over my desk, but that was
the little
hilarious.
phone.
Now we figured out why your computer's not working. Mike.
Yeah.
Patreon members will actually get portions of that OJ that J Mike will spit out.
Yeah.
I will mail along with our stickers from Gabe. I will mail bits of pulp from my computer desk right now. I got you guys. Appreciate y'all support. This is what you pay for. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, the pulp patrons coming in strong.
Oh, the pulp patrons. That is a level.
The $4 tier gets you all the pulp you can handle.
But the premium level will get the Q covered in pulp from the keyboard.
My man.
For $20 a month, J Mike will send you a video of like whatever juice you want, and he'll just spit it everywhere. You decide the pulp, you decide the flavor. Then Dwight will come in with a.
Did J Mike just invent the new internet sensation juicing?
Yes.
Make me laugh challenge, juicing edition.
Yes.
Pulp Fiction.
Indeed.
Juicing with J Mike.
Come on, J Mike, give us a little juice. We've seen peppercorn. Come on.
Yeah, you gotta put that comment from Bob up there. Oh my god, that's great.
What makes me sad is I can't see anything.
Paw Patrol.
Yes, Bob. Paw Patrol, go, go, go.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I'm with it, Bob.
Orange, apple.
Dude. The
On the double.
Cranberry.
We could probably do a juice draft, I think. Right? Have we done a juice
Ooh,
draft?
I don't know that we've done one. That's a great one, though.
All right. We'll okay. Yeah, we're halfway through introductions. Let's stop doing those and then do a juice draft, and we'll finish the rest of the intros with the juice draft. So, what should this be a natural juice draft? Like no like, concentrate whatever crap, like it's straight through the juicer, everyone's got their own juicer at home, right? Right?
Of course.
What?
That's the other thing I spend my money on besides this Patreon subscription is juicers.
Yeah.
I got a whole fleet of them.
That's part of the pulp level. We send you a juicer. Well, I kind of figured that everyone got a juicer for like their wedding gift, and then it just has been in a closet or in a cupboard or something, and you've juiced like 3 apples, and then it just went in your cupboard. No, just
that
me.
is actually, sadly,
right.
we did not get one juicer out of all of the kitchen appliances that my wife and I received upon being betrothed. If that's the word, I think. Not one juicer. However, out of the 6 of us here, there's only one of us currently engaged to be married, and I know exactly what I'm going to be buying that guy right there
Nice.
in terms of a wedding gift. So
All right.
heads up, Robbie, juicer your way coming in.
I'm gonna pull that
2021.
off the registry then, just to make sure we don't double up. 1 second, not.com. All right, we are good.
Get that
Babe,
Breville.
we got a juicer.
I told you this podcasting would pay off.
Oh man.
All right, a fresh juice draft, right? Fresh, we're good with that. That it has to be fresh.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm
Okay.
down.
Yeah, no concentrate crap. All right, get that out of here. And probably gonna have to comp it. Probably gonna have to comp it to a player, or even a play for this Sunday, in open bar fashion. Okay, so let's go with our guests that have not been introduced yet. So introduce yourself, give us a fresh juice, and give us a player that comps to your fresh juice. So Robbie, I'm going to give you that 101. Welcome to the show, my friend. Congratulations on the engagement. Juicers coming from all 5 of us, all different types of juicers. You get to pick the best one, send the rest back. What do you think, dude? What do you think? Juice me, baby.
Man, the 101 of juice. It's tough not to go with the juice that was just projectiled from J Mike. But I think of all juices, that just has to be the 101. But the comp I will do is not going to be your CMC. It's not going to be your Saquon. The comp is going to be Joe Mixon. And the reason it's Joe Mixon is if you try that juice too early, you throw that juice in the starting lineup, you throw it in your mouth too early, right after brushing the teeth, it tastes bad. It tastes real bad. You got to wait. You got to wait a little bit on that juice. Eventually it'll come around and it'll be great for you. Don't do it too early in the morning. That will be the 101 of the juice draft.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a good way to start. Joe Mixon.
I think we should just end it.
It's not going to get better than that.
I mean, I feel like Joe Mixon is going to be a topic on this show, as a few of us are in several chats that involved that name. And I actually made a quite a nice trade today in a league involving that player.
Hey.
But I don't want to derail us with Mixon talk when we're in such great internet content right now. Mid-juice draft. So let's keep it rolling. I'll introduce myself. Why not? My name is David EJ Berger. You can find me at Carl Jr. on Twitter. And welcome to training camp. Wait, no, that's not the right. Just autopilot right there. Hi. How's it going? I'm Dave. I work in TV, and during the day, and at night I am obsessed with fantasy football and increasingly tennis. But we'll stick to the fantasy football for right now. At the 102 in the juice draft, I select
fresh juice draft.
Fresh juice, I got it. Okay. I select grapefruit juice as the 102.
Ooh. Sneak attack.
That's right.
There went my juice and my comp already. I'm done. I'm done. I have nothing else.
Well, how about I hand off? How about I hand this off to your comp because I don't have a comp. But I will say that I think that grapefruit juice has a bad rap. Most people think it's sour, but actually, fresh grapefruit juice is not that sour. A little. Now, I wouldn't go as far to say sweet, but a real pleasure to drink down. Cody, give me your player comp for grapefruit juice.
And please,
it was mixing.
Pleasure to drink down.
Mixing is it was mixing. So both mine.
So I think it sounds like it sounds like our comp has to be mixing, and then the juice draft, like we just have to like manipulate it to make our take work.
I like it.
Okay.
Make your narrative.
You guys will have to excuse me. I'm on a mixing cleanse.
How about this? I got one for grapefruit, and it's DeAndre Hopkins. You thought it was going to be sour, but it is so sweet this year in Arizona.
Like that.
J. Mike, I believe we have a small bet in a league involving Kamikaze Does, which I think you're well on track to lose.
That's
Target Monster once again.
And allow me to defend myself if I may. It wasn't that I thought Hopkins would be bad. It was that the normal 150 plus Hopkins that we saw in Houston, I didn't think we'd get that. I thought a nice over under for a new situation for an offense that might still be trying to find itself. 140. Okay, you still be amongst the probably top 10 of targets. And you know, but he's well on pace of just obliterating that. I think he's got 37 through 3. Is that the number right now?
I believe so.
Yeah, a cool 26% of that total already.
Yeah. So it's basically a wrap. 140 is about to get obliterated. Hopkins and I love Hopkins, and I'm sad that I even doubted him, even the smallest iota. But Hopkins, that's a great comp as well. Well done, very well done.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just want to say too. To me, that was like one of the most obvious misses that was bound to happen by the entire fantasy industry. I mean, if you're Kyler Murray, you're out in the field, you're running around for your life. Who are you throwing it to? Christian Kirk, Andy Isabella, or I don't know, DeAndre Hopkins. I'd be throwing it to that guy every day, all day long.
It's not necessarily that. I just kind of anticipated more of and this is not an excuse for me, okay? The open bar as a whole was wrong about DeAndre Hopkins for sure. But in the Cliff offense, the Cliffense, it seemed like that it would be more of a spread, and everyone was getting love, and that was more of the idea behind the DeAndre Hopkins in quotes hate. But we're sorry. The open bar is sorry. We're offering a free month of Pulp Patreon. And J Mike's gonna spit
if you leave
everywhere.
a review though.
Yeah, I mean,
leave a review first.
Yeah, leave a review. Subscribe to the YouTube.
Yep.
And please go ahead and you'll upgrade from the peppercorn
okay,
premium package up to our pulp premium package.
Oh,
so
I thought you were gonna pulp it.
No, I still don't have anything yet for the pulp. I have to work on that. But you can upgrade from peppercorn, which is the introductory tier, all the way up to pulp. And we'll figure it out as we go. So again, patreon.com/or/. Don't get too crazy on the internet.
Yep.
Is it the open bar or is it open bar, Gabe? Which one is it for?
I don't know. Let's find out. I forgot again already. Patreon.com. Which one's the forward? Is it forward slash? Does it go from like low to high, from left to right? Is that forward slash? And backslash.
The thing that always confuses me is, does anyone use that other fucking slash?
No, never.
Why do we have to specify? Can't you just say slash? Why do we have to specify? It's just slash.
Right.
We don't use the other one.
Frequently used slash, not the infrequently used slash.
Not the never used slash.
Right.
The ones that you always use.
Okay.
Dude, I listen to VSIN on Sirius, and they have ads for the websites that literally include the www. I mean, like, I feel like we're past that society.
HTTPS. It has an S. Don't worry.
What are they hosted on GeoCities?
Every time I hear that, I'm like, this is for an old person.
Hey, hun, go to lycos.com. I need to find something.
Fire up the Netscape.
Yeah, Netscape Navigator. Let's go.
We just won a juicer for $3.42.
I can't wait to tell my friends on Friendster about this cool new podcast.
You know what's wild is there are probably people who check us out who are like, what are they even talking about? I've never heard of any of those things.
It is the open bar. The open bar. It's it's patreon.com/ the necessary / the open bar. So visit us today and see. I just don't think that'll ever get old. It's just so funny. One of these days I'm gonna set it up though. And then be like, J-Mike, we have a patron.
You got to do this. Like, no, seriously, you have to do this.
Damn it. Now I have to give advice.
They asked for beet juice, man. I don't know what you're going to do.
Fade DeAndre Hopkins.
Yo.
They said beet juice is Derrick Henry, but I mean, you just got to do it.
You just got to do it.
All right. Okay. So what do we got? What juice have we done so far? We've done 2.
Robbie.
I only remember great. Oh, right. Orange. Yes. Orange juice. Yeah, good point. Orange juice, grapefruit juice, Dwight. Now that we are done with our intros officially, we can move on with this draft. You are the 103. What are you thinking, man?
For me, it would be my 102 is apple juice, man. I love apple juice, and I'm gonna comp it to Russell Wilson because it's sweet, it's smooth, and it's way underrated, man. It's the best. I love apple juice in the morning, man. I just don't drink it as much as I'd like to, but I mean, if it was readily available, I would drink it every morning. I love apple juice. So
I'd say apple juice is probably. I'm sorry. Did you carry on, Dwight?
No, go, man. What?
I couldn't remember if you. Oh yeah, you did. I was like, you didn't say his player, but it was so smooth. It was so smooth when you said it with Russ Wilson that you got right past me with it. But apple juice, I think fresh apple juice and like apple juice that you buy at a store, like the concentrate, are like the furthest apart. Like they are so different. So love that pick. All right, Cody. Pressure's on. Grapefruit's taken. Joe Mixon is taken.
I'm gonna go pineapple juice.
Oh, thief, sniper.
And I'm gonna go Nick Chubb.
No,
because you like it's look past, right? It's like, oh, the pineapple juice is there. I guess I'll drink it. Then you're like, holy shit, this is fucking delicious. Why wasn't I thinking about pineapple juice this entire time? I should have been thinking about pineapple juice, but I wasn't.
I love that, and I'll tell you why too. And this is about to be real nerdy, but pineapple juice is a drink. I read a lot of Elmore Leonard. He's a lot of crime fiction, and these guys go to happy hour bars where they drink a lot of pineapple juice with their drinks. And Nick Chubb is like that old school 80s type of football player, just a bruiser out there, gaining yards and getting so disrespected in this new era of football. People want like Nick Kareem Hunt is the guy, but Chubb is that old school tough football player that just does not get the respect.
Indeed, he's
strong,
been on
Berg.
one.
Strong, Berg. Well done.
Thanks for making me look bad, you asshole.
I'm adding on top of what the foundation you built.
Here I am just laying cinder blocks in a foundation. Berg just comes and drops his $1.3 million house on.
What he did was he said, "Oh, that's a really cute Sundance Film Festival award that you won. Hey, let me upgrade you to this 3-time Emmy win that I can work with over here. Let me upgrade you." So yeah, how does it feel to be flexed on by Berg?
Berg was like, "Oh, that's a really nice juicer that you got from Walmart. Here's my Ninja."
Yep.
It's good.
And now Jay might have
meanwhile-
to buy Robbie a Ninja.
Meanwhile,
Listen,
Berg is working in TV but can't get a mic that's close enough to his computer.
I can afford Robbie, the only Ninja that I could get you is like the Fruit Ninja app. I could get you that all day long. I mean,
That's because you got the $4 from the Patreon, and so
Bro.
now you can just forward that straight onto the app.
Yep.
listen, you said it, not me.
It's a
I didn't say
rebate.
that.
Slow walk to the App Store.
A rebate, bro? Come on. Mail-in rebate?
Mail-in rebate.
Yo, send me your pulp, and I'll send you a free app for a Fruit Ninja, free upgrade.
Oh, boy.
Gabe, do you want this 5 spot? You got it?
My comp is gone, so now I'm struggling. But I could probably figure it out, and I don't want to steal your juice though. Literally or figuratively.
My juice is gone.
Oh, your juice is gone.
Yeah, Cody sniped me. Cody just sniped me there. So I have to figure out I'm really sorry.
We were split. We were split right there.
Yeah.
We'll give Gabe time to think. J Mike, what was going to be your comp for the pineapple juice?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So I will go with white cranberry juice.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the deal.
Someone has a Breville juicer.
Here's the thing. I've never had it fresh. Only the ocean spray version. So I am just shooting from the hip here. Okay.
You're shooting from the whale.
Exactly. Hey, my man. Is that Vineyard Vines or is that ocean spray? What is that? So I'm going with white cranberry juice. Now, you look at white cranberry juice, you're kind of like, wow, you look like you should be a nice burgundy berry. Like you're supposed to be something special, but you don't look great at all. You don't look like you belong in this here berry bunch. Like you needed some more seasoning. You needed a little bit more to be what we wanted you to be. However, right, there you go.
Yep.
However,
Always
when you
works.
it always comes back. When you taste white cranberry juice, you obviously notice that it's incredibly sweet, much sweeter than its cranberry cousin. Okay. Now, here's the deal. The player comp is James Robinson, running back, Jacksonville Jaguars.
goodness.
Everything runs through Duval. You know the shoe. Oh. So you look at James Robinson, you look at everything that came before he actually had his ascension. Nothing was special. Nothing was right. You didn't have the high level of you did have some good production. However, you didn't have the athletic profile that people would have been excited about. He didn't even get drafted. He's undrafted free agent. Lots of things had to happen in front of him for people to actually pay attention to him. However, once you had a sip, once you had a taste, you recognized that this fountain was a sweeter than sweet. And you're extracting all of the value currently because you were bold enough, you were daring enough, you decided to live your life for today, take the bull by the horns, if you will, and sip from the chalice that is James Robinson, and how sweet it is.
I feel bad that we didn't congratulate you and Gabe for having a mix of AP and Barry Sanders in their prime, according to Twitter, I think, anyway.
Yeah.
With James Robinson.
Yep.
So congratulations to you guys. That must feel fantastic.
And everyone would know about that pick had you subscribed to patreon.com.
People are going to really be upset with that.
Whatever,
Is this a thing? Is this a
open
thing?
bar.
Is this a thing? Is this a thing?
Duval
Oh,
tier.
is this a thing?
The link is broken.
It's a thing. Don't worry, it's a thing.
But Cody, what I was going to say was it was going to be pineapple juice because it's nothing special to look at. You look at it, it's awkward looking. It doesn't look like the other fruits. But again, when you taste it, it's like, oh, this is the hottest thing smoking. Hashtag Ray GQ. That's his saying, and that I like to take. Lil J Mike, if you will. What up, Lil J Mike? Good to see you continue to blowing up, man. But yeah, that was my comp, and you broke it, Cody. So thanks a lot.
Can we officially call Ray Lil J Mike? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, that's a thing. That's not a bit. That's a thing.
That actually happened on this show.
On this show
was legitimately mistaken for.
Yes.
That feels like a good. That was like on track.
Oh, no question. No question. It was one of the better moments. So Lil J Mike, aka Ray GQ, that's my homie. Much love. Anywho, Gabe, for the 106.
Man.
Or no, I was I the 106? No, you haven't gone yet. Yeah, you go. Right.
James Robinson's a top 5 running back.
I'm just saying.
He had a monster week last week. A monster week.
Sip away.
That's pretty cool. That's cool. All right. I'm going to go with my juice is going to be none other than carrot juice. That's right, my friends. All right. Carrot juice. You ever heard of it? No? Yeah. Okay.
I saw him in Vegas a few times.
All y'all are so basic, all right? Going with your fruity fruits, whatever. Cool. All right. Look, I'm on another level. Okay. Above the pulp. All right. I'm FF above the pulp. So I am going with a vegetable here, and I am doing J Mike, where are you going? I'm going carrot.
I gotta write this down.
Oh, yeah.
I can't just
Patreon tier for sure. Above the pulp.
Above the pulp. I have to write that one down.
Oh, so stupid. All right. The carrot juice, man. I actually like carrot juice. It like fresh juice is kind of weird. Like, I think our taste buds are so conditioned to so much like concentrated crap that you just buy at the store or whatever. J Mike's Ocean Spray, you know the vibes. Carrot juice is good, man. And I've actually had carrot juice in a cocktail before with whiskey. Shout out to Robbie and Joe Mixon, orange juice, and ginger beer. It's actually really good for the summertime. It's the weirdest probably concoction I've ever made, but it's incredible. So go and have that. But that's a side note. That would be in that was a freebie. Usually I give those out in the pre-mixer show, but there's a freebie to try and get some more patrons. Why I'm choosing carrot juice. Good vision, baby. Good vision. Okay. A lot of vitamin A in carrots, man. Almost too much, almost too much. Pretty good balance of everything else in there. So for me, that's got to be not the number 5 overall running back in James Robinson, but the number 1 overall running back in all of fantasy football right now. Basically the only first rounder that's like alive and well and holding up for what we want. Alvin Kamara, man. Okay. The vision on this dude. Did everyone see that run he made, man? It wasn't that Green or who did they even play? I forgot. Green Bay. It's not that Green Bay couldn't tackle. It's that Alvin Kamara had good vision. He clearly had carrot juice, and you saw him after his touchdown. He was smiling with carrots in his teeth. Get it?
Ooh,
come on.
The wordplay.
Come on. What do you come here for? What do you come here for? Juice draft?
Keep up.
Come on.
Keep up.
Keep up. But yeah, man, I'm all carrot juice and the carrot grills. So smile for me, Daddy.
Ooh,
what you looking at?
Come on. That was a successful draft.
Probably one of the best takes I've heard about carrots.
Well done. Are there any, before we totally leave this draft behind, are there any UDFAs that deserve mention when it comes to fresh juices?
I'm surprised we got 6, to be honest. I was really getting worried I was going to be the tail end of this draft. I was like, I don't know if I can name more than 3. So,
well, it's not really a juice, but I want to say we do a lot of pomegranate, or not pomegranate. Yeah, pomegranate is good, but I meant passion fruit. We grow passion fruit at our household, and it's quite the cocktail mixer.
I've never had that though. Well, I've never had it fresh anyway. I think I've had it like I've had it mixed in with a bunch of other juices because it's never like just on its own. I'm curious how that is. Send me some over. I'll give you a rebate.
Well, I'm already at the highest Patreon level tier, so maybe I'll get a free month.
Until we create a new tier next week, and then you'll have to upgrade again. So.
Nice.
Here's Kamara carries. Man, there's a lot of wordplay in just that. His name and carries, carrots. Let's go, Zach.
Well done, Zach.
Come on, man. ABC, Apple, Golden Beat. Ooh, beat. Come on, chef. What are we doing here? But the Dallas wide receivers, man, are we going to get 3 top 24s? Oh, so good.
It'll be close.
It's in play.
You got to get that ABCD with Dalton Schultz now, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
The disrespect to Cedric Wilson is appalling.
Cedric Wilson balled on Sunday.
I was just about to say, can we just go through all of my drops in kamikaze over my last 2 taxi squads so I can cry a little bit about how all of a sudden they're coming to roost and none of them are on my team anymore, including Cedric Wilson and Brett Rippin.
And they're all from Boise State.
All from Boise State, man. Unbelievable. I do want to start in Dallas. Can we go there real quick?
Yeah, man.
I thought we were going to hit the second round on the fresh juice, man.
Oh, that's right. We were still doing UDFAs. Were there any others in the chat that made sense there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I was going to say that I actually like the whole juicer thing as a wedding gift was certainly a bit, but it's also the truth. I got one for our wedding, and I've tried to juice everything. Spinach, not a good thing to try and juice. Doesn't work. Just saying. So maybe that's like your Devontae Freeman. Like don't spend all your fab on spinach to juice. It's not worth it.
It's a good call. It sounds pretty wise. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done there. So I do want to talk about Dallas for a second because I feel like there's a lot to be talked about. And I know that Robbie is I think we're going to get him all hot and bothered to start here with this discussion. Obviously, Berg, I know you and I talked, and no, it was in our kamikaze chat. We talked about, hey, what do you need to see from Gallup this week to actually not totally lose faith, to not feel like, you know what, I got to abandon ship. Obviously, CD's taking over. And I think that you saw probably what you needed to do that. So
we saw it.
Yeah, we saw it. Here it was. So with that said, we're 3 weeks into the season, guys. And one of the things that I love to do is I love to take a look at obviously all this crazy work that we've done in the offseason with research and how some obscure stat like, hey, the only person who's had more targets and catches or targets and touchdowns than Christian Kirk was Devonta Adams, and how you were ready for Christian Kirk to break out. And then the first 3 games has been anything but, and you're really sad and bitter about it because you were slow to turn on to Christian Kirk in the first place. And then when you finally get on the train, he starts pooping the bed and you're mad bitter about it. I'm not saying that's me. I'm just saying somebody might feel a type of way about things that they were researching and doing in the offseason to where the first 3 weeks, it doesn't line up. So what are some takes? What are some things that have happened in these first 3 weeks? Some moves that you made that have either shocked you or you've been just spot on in reference to, hey, this is exactly what I expected, or hey, I was way off so far. And how are you guys adjusting?
I would love to hear Cody about this, as the Fantasy Authority is a great brand. The guy does a great job, and everyone needs to check out all of their videos, contents, podcasts. Code Man, what do you think?
Well, I appreciate the olive branch after dunking on me, Berg. That was very nice of you. Dude, for me, DK Metcalf, top 10 wide receiver right now, and Tyler Boyd is just outside of the wide receiver one conversation. He is currently at wide receiver 13. So those were two bold calls that I will take a victory lap on right now before I am not able to do that later on in the season. Those two guys I was really high on coming into the season. DK Metcalf currently sitting at wide receiver 6, and like I said, Tyler Boyd at wide receiver 13. I just didn't understand the hesitation on Tyler Boyd. Like that just never really made sense to me of like why he couldn't be at least a wide receiver 2, and people were drafting him as like a wide receiver 3 for the most part. So those are two of my takeaways. And then I also, Jesus, I don't even want to say this on live TV. TV? Are we on TV? This is TV,
Yes.
right?
This is showing on the debate in like the bottom right corner.
Picture in picture.
Patreon.com/openbartv.com.
Chris Wallace
Finally getting our chance.
Chris Wallace just gave a shout out to the Patreon.
Talk
Chris.
about the original Pulp Premium himself, Chris Wallace. Good looking out. Appreciate you, Chris.
But I overpaid for Saquon Barkley because I talked even before the injury. So I'll give myself props, and then I'm gonna shit on myself here. Overpaid for Saquon Barkley. I gave up Nick Chubb and Amari Cooper and Deebo Samuel for Saquon. And I was like, well, 3 wide receivers in Dallas. I mean, Amari Cooper is obviously going to be out sooner rather than later, and Kareem Hunt's there. So with Nick Chubb, I mean, he's not going to be used that much. So there was that dance I did with myself where it was like the guy that I was dealing with, and it's a home league and they don't pay attention to anything. So I'm free to talk and shit on him as I want to right now. But he is an absolute bear to deal with. He's one of those guys where you can be like, hey, man, I have no kickers this week. I'll throw you a 4th. You have 3 for some reason. And he'll be like, well, I could give you Dan Bailey, but what about Joe Mixon and Amari Cooper and George Kittle? Like he always blows things out of proportion. So there is a tax with dealing with this guy to begin with. And then I went after the Saquon Barkley. So I knew I was going to have to overpay. I didn't like it, but the other guy who was in the running with me to get Saquon Barkley was the second best team. So it was almost like a keep away. And now Barkley is down. Cooper is balling. Chubb is balling. So for me through 3 weeks, that is my pride and my pain with DK, Tyler Boyd, and then that trade.
So it sounds like you've just basically shower cried for many nights now. Many a moon.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
a memorable
remix.
A memorable TFA debate going into the draft was DK versus DJ Chark, and I believe you are on the correct side as of now.
Oh, absolutely.
Today, tomorrow, forever.
I actually thought about comping DK to the acai berry juice, I think is how it's pronounced.
Ooh.
Full of antioxidants, powerful, lean, strong. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever actually drank it before. I think I have once. And I thought it was pretty decent, but
that's good.
Strong juice.
I mean,
I don't know.
If you watch the games, like there's just a certain point in the game where Russell's going to throw it up and DK's going to go get it for a touchdown. Like, I don't see this being a trend that goes away.
No.
So what does that do? What does that even do now? Because Gabe and I, we got the pleasure to talk wide receivers with the great Rotobon himself. # free Rotobon.
Mm-hmm.
We got the privilege to talk with him and how this season Pete and I were both kind of tepid on not ranking them too far away from each other. We had them like back to back, and Gabe was like, "Come on, like people have to decide. Like you're gonna have to decide who it's gonna be because historically, Russ has had a guy who's gonna be in the 12 to 18 range, and then the other person is gonna be on the periphery, like 20 something, early 30s maybe. It's like you're gonna have to pick one, and all of a sudden now nothing matters but having the top two guys in Seattle. So even from a dynasty standpoint, where do you guys view them? And this is hyperbole, maybe this is something to where we're putting the cart before the horse, but obviously we want to get out in front of a lot of these things, right? So what is it going to take for you all? Where are you putting them in the pantheon of wide receivers? Are you with DK specifically because he's the younger asset? People get really excited and hot and bothered. I get it. Who are you taking right now in a trade? Josh Jacobs or DK Metcalf?
Look at you coming out firing.
Nice. I think I'd still take Jacobs, but it's close, man. That's really, really close. That'd be tough. Very much team specific, just because of the premium on running backs. But you feel like DK is going to be there longer and is probably safer. Ooh, that's a tough one. I like it. Berg?
For me, I think I would go DK, and I'll tell you why. As someone who has absurdly watched all of the Raiders games now, the Raiders, boy, they're a brutal watch. I mean, Derek Carr the guy's giving goal line fucking targets to Derek Carrier. No joke. So, like, who knows what's going to happen? That would be my only thing. And you know that Russ is going to toss it deep to DK for a potential touchdown every game. So I get the running back like lean, like you want Jacobs, but then again too, they also, even though it didn't work out, they drafted Lynn Bowden with fairly good draft capital, so they don't really trust him all that much. I love Jacobs. I think he's a great player, and I think that he's probably above what most people think in stature in terms of the dynasty landscape and running backs. But at the same time, it's like this offense is cooking, and there's no way to. I mean, it's also about striking while iron's hot too, right? So it's like, who knows if they'll continue this heat? But at the same time, it does seem like they'll continue this heat.
Well, now I'm curious that even just with two answers, I've heard enough, J. Mike. You said Josh Jacobs, and there was already some wavering. So now I want you to do the wide receivers that are around Josh Jacobs, like Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill. Are those up for discussion at all for you? Or maybe we just have Josh Jacobs lower than consensus.
Right, and I asked that. I'm not even able to pull up the list, but he was the first name that came up in my mind, like one of those. I don't even know if he was in most people's top 12 dynasty-wise coming into the year, right? Probably one of those fringe 12 to 15-ish, like 14. Area, right? So your Aaron Joneses, your that group, and depending on how
Jacobs, he was RB8.
Okay, wow.
And he was 10th
and
overall.
And he paid off week one. He had 3 TDs. He was fabulous week one. Like, you can't take that away from him.
Oh, no question. You're right. And I guess even building on that, though, I guess my point is DK Metcalf, like if we're saying right now that with what he's done so far, that's a pretty meteoric rise, even in 3 weeks from a pure value standpoint. Because I mean, and Gabe, you can probably look it up on our website, patreon.com/theopenbar /DLF applications that we own. If you can fit all that real quick, you can put that in your shortcuts. It's really easy. RSS feed, whatever you got to do. But if you check there, I'm sure that DK was probably in the 15-ish range of wide receivers in Dynasty. So I just think. And this is wow. My mind's doing something crazy. It's about to spiral in a bunch of different places. I still want to hear Cody and Robbie real quick before we keep going. DK or Josh Jacobs?
I just want to say that we were worried about Josh Jacobs and his passing game involvement coming into the year, and he has run 2 more routes than Chase Edmonds.
Interesting.
Wow.
Just two.
It's not that many.
It's
Chase
more than
Edmonds, by
one
the
and
way,
lacing 3.
and Edmonds was a guy who was real hot at the tail end of draft season in terms of like a 9th, 10th draft pick, and he's done literally nothing. Neither is Kenyon Drake, for that matter, because DeAndre Hopkins dominates all the targets and all the production there. But I hear what you're saying though, Cody.
And he is tied with the hated David Montgomery for routes run.
You still haven't picked one. You're dodging.
I'm not going to.
Oh,
I will do whatever I want. I have paid 7 times to be on this fucking show, J Mike. If I don't want to answer your ridiculous trade question, I'm not going to. That's what I get in the top tier above the pulp. It's in the contract. It's in the fine print of the Patreon. I am not obligated to answer these questions. Give me DK Metcalf.
When he baptized his
right,
kid
J-Mike?
in the open bar synagogue, he earned the right to not
you can't triple stamp or double stamp. What are you trying to do here, pal?
Yeah.
And Robbie, specifically you and I know we've discussed when it comes to these coaches and what these organizations are doing in the offseason. Do we trust what they have to say, or do we trust what they're actually doing? And one of our examples was Oakland, LA, LV, LVR. That's weird. Because all their draft picks were, and all of their moves were to alleviate Josh Jacobs' load in terms of the passing game. But they said they wanted to get him involved in the passing game. So I don't know. Anywho, what do you have to say in reference to that, Robbie? DK Jacobs.
Yeah, man. I think you just got to go with the running back. It's tough. He's been balling as well. Like as much as Metcalf has been going off, and we're all in love with Metcalf. I'm as much as the next guy, but Jacob is a top 7 back right now, and he's young, and yeah, it's just the running back premium is too much to pay to drop off there. Obviously, team dependent, right? Like what do you need more for your team? But in a vacuum, Josh Jacobs for sure.
Wow. So does this kick you officially off of the DK Metcalf bandwagon? Because you were the conductor for a long time.
Man. There was a lot of N'Keal Harry versus DK Metcalf, and Jake Anderson and I were just basically retweeting. I think we had each other pinned in our tweets. I would retweet his stat about how the cone drill doesn't matter, and then he'd retweet me, and so. Yeah, man, that's gone well, and
so cute.
Yeah, and it's paying off. But no, it's got to be Jacobs, right? Like we're talking about a top 6 dynasty asset running back. Like he hasn't done anything to show that he's not. It's tough to get away from that.
Robbie, I ask the questions here. I don't answer them. Similar to Cody, I don't answer them.
I have to pay more to ask questions. Is that what it is? I haven't paid enough yet.
You have to pay more to get me to answer the question. That's
there
how
it is.
Gabe, I think you're going Jacobs there.
I just wouldn't draft Jacobs there. Like another conversation is like, why the heck are there 12 running backs in the first 14 picks of this ADP that we own? 12 running backs in the first 14 picks. So I guess, can I take Metcalf just because I'll be able to get him in round 2 or 3?
Of course you do. You play this game.
Your little tricks aren't gonna work here. All right, I run the show tonight.
I said no.
So how does
the boss me?
What about the other wide receivers though that are ahead of him? Can we play that?
Sure.
Like
you said, Tyreek or Jacobs? Is that what you said earlier?
Well, no, I was Tyreek or Metcalf because Jacobs is RB8. He is the 10th overall player in DLF ADP, and DK Metcalf is not close to that.
Obviously.
So I was just jumping to the wide receiver comparison. That's what I was curious about. And it sounded like, no, we still wanted Devontae Adams or Tyreek Hill. So I'm curious where it stops then. One word answers. Amari Cooper. Yes or no?
Yes. What do you mean? Yes or no?
Amari Cooper or DK Metcalf?
That's better. Thank you.
We've been talking about DK Metcalf the entire time. This entire podcast has been about Juice and DK Metcalf. What else could I be talking about?
I'm saying
Amari
yes,
Cooper, yes or
and I don't know
no.
what it means.
Who's supposed to go first? I don't know what that means. Amari Cooper, yes or no? Okay.
No. Robbie Jeffries is now locked into the $75 tier above the pulp.
I'll just say, I just wish I had. I think I had DK on one team last year, and I did trade him in a trade that helped me win a championship. But now, over the last month, my team is 1-2, and I wish I had him. I'm bad for the championship, of course, but at the same time, it's like, man, like, damn, like this guy has really risen up and is an elite player in the NFL. Like, the guy is amazing. You can't take that away from him.
I want to bring this up. In the DLF rankings, Matt Price has him as the wide receiver 1 in his rankings.
Oh, snap. Pricer.
DK. Yeah.
Spicy.
I saw that. I'm like, oh.
Waka. Flocka.
Yeah. All the flames. Bring him here.
Yeah.
I think he's going to break into at least the top 10 for a lot of people, even after these first few weeks. And obviously number 1 overall, but I think it could go up to top 5 as well. I just don't know who you scoot out.
Is Juju above him? That might be one I'd look at.
Juju is above him.
As long as Big Ben is healthy, he is.
I might look at.
Shut up, Berg.
Well, I actually will give Big Ben credit. He's looked good and he's played well. I mean, like, no joke. I grew up with Big Ben. He's from the high school over from me. We took the ACT or the ACTs together.
You mean you took them for him?
No, but we're the same age, and guess what? I am a washed up piece of shit. So,
Berg, listen, Berg. I'm going to help you feel better. You have more Emmys than he has Super Bowl rings, though.
Big facts.
Hey,
that's true.
Hey,
and it is going to stay that way.
That's true.
You're welcome, buddy. You're not a washed up piece of shit.
I just mean athletically.
You might have him there too, to be honest.
Probably. Oh man.
But he's been dealing.
I could see Big Ben in a daytime soap or something. Do those win Emmys ever? Soap operas?
They have Emmys for everything. That's how I won one.
On the next episode of All My Children, Doctor, I can't hold this ball.
Utter sadness.
Yeah.
Well, how about you shave that beard first, and then we'll talk, pal. All right. Yeah, I think Juju's a fun spot. Anywho, the DK's meteoric rise, Russell Wilson dropping dimes everywhere. It's a lot of fun. What other things were you all either wrong about, or you feel like you pretty much nailed in terms of this season so far?
Well, I'm going to take a victory lap on Josh Allen because I was pretty pro Josh Allen. I'm going to say about mid-August. It was shortly after I did my training camp episode with Matt Perino, who covers the Bills. And I listened back to that episode and I really did a lot of deep thinking about it. And then I also remembered that they played both the Jets and the Dolphins. Twice. And who knows what the Patriots are going to be. And I put it out in the Kamikaze chat. I put it out on Twitter. Even Salfino told me I was drunk when I tweeted that I thought Josh Allen was going to be a top end QB this year, and he is balling. And I mean, it makes sense. The guy's improved every season, and he got Stephon Diggs. Like, I mean, that week 2 throw where he threw it to him deep was fucking art. Like, it was unbelievable. And I think he'll continue to play well. I mean, they had a bit of a weird thing with my Rams. I'm wearing a Rams hat. I wish they would have lost. They should have lost, but he still scored a lot of fantasy points, and I don't foresee that changing. In terms of L's, quite a few.
Yo, that reminded me of the on Step Brothers Prestige Worldwide when investors could be you. It's like this big pregnant pause before they say it.
No, I guess I made a big trade in a league to get some DJ Moore, and he might be okay in the long run, but like, man, he has been a lot of targets, a lot of volume, but I mean, he had 16 points in week 2. Great. Wow. I mean, not a lot. I mean, I bought into the DJ Moore hype, and I was pretty on him, and it has not worked out so far.
Yep.
I mean, his thing is he just hasn't been in the paint, right? Like that's the issue.
A little bit, but I mean, like the whole deal was like he's the yak guy that could take it to the house, and you have not seen that.
He can't box out. That's the problem.
Maybe if he had played basketball, like all the tight ends. Yeah, last week was really bad, and even targets, only 4 targets. It was, yeah, it's been rough for DJ Moore.
Robbie Anderson, the wide receiver,
probably a buy low though. And yeah, and that's the other weird thing is that he, yeah, that he's the wide receiver 1. So go buy DJ Moore, I guess, is the advice from here on the open bar.
And that's only a snippet. That's only
right.
a fraction of a pulp of the information that you'd get over at patreon.com/theopenbar.
It's like 19 cents a week get for your fucking subscription.
No question. So is but the DJ Moore thing, isn't that just a function of expectations? Like, it's not that he's been bad, he just hasn't been as good as everyone's wanted him to be.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, he's still a wide receiver too, and fine. And maybe we're just not ready for top 5 wide receiver. But I think that's when you draft him as such in Dynasty, at least, that is probably an expectation.
Okay.
At least the ceiling, for Dynasty. I think in redraft it was more of like 12 to 15 or so. So it's not terribly off, but a little bit of disappointment.
Yeah.
You know what's a little bit of disappointment has to be that Carolina front office letting Cam go and just seeing what's happening now. Like, man, I saw the tweet of how many people are getting more guaranteed money than Cam Newton right now, and it just blew my freaking mind, man. Like, we think these NFL front offices,
of 80.
Yeah, these NFL front offices, we always joke around how they're bad, they make bad decisions, but in the end, like, they study this way more than I do. But then they go out and they do this. They say, you know what, Cam's done. We have him. We have our doctors around him. He doesn't have it anymore. We want Teddy Two Gloves, who hasn't played in 2 years. Like, that's who we want. And it just blows my mind, man.
I'll say this. I think that come next year, the Carolina Panthers will have either Justin Fields or Trey Lance at quarterback, and things will be much different.
PJ Walker season.
J-Mike played against. We played against him last week.
Gabe went to school with PJ Walker.
Yeah. We actually, we took calculus together. He's his integral game.
His feeling is being capped by Bridgewater.
Shout out, what's up, AB? And shout out to the chat. I can't see y'all, But the beauty is because of our history.
I know you're there.
Oh, what'd you just say, J Mike?
Because of our history.
What'd you just say?
Because of our history, I know you're there, chat.
You said I can't see the chat. You said it.
Physically, right at this current moment on my telephone, I cannot physically view the chat that does exist because I know it's there. Don't try to clip this. Don't try to be cute. I know how you do. You go back and you listen and you clip.
Can I just say that I tune in every week and the chat is definitely not lit like it usually is, and maybe it's
It is quiet.
my lack of it. I'm not like upset
us?
about
Is
it.
us?
I think it's probably the fact that the nation is being decided on primetime TV tonight.
Everyone's checking their bank account, seeing it. Have I been paying $4 a month? Oh my gosh!
When do I cancel this? When do I cancel?
Yeah.
Wait, did they say
That's how we
between
get
1 and 100?
And it increases each month. You signed right here. You can't get out till 2024. Sorry.
Appreciate
See ya.
I'm having fun regardless. I love you guys.
Yeah. This is great.
Big facts.
So one of the few I was right on is actually Aaron Jones, man. I have too many shares of him, and I've been happy, man. Very happy. One of my few bright spots, but a lot of bad spots. If you look at Twitter, though, it's everybody. Everybody on Twitter is 0-3, and everybody that's not on Twitter must be 3-0. Because everybody says their teams suck and they're doing terrible. So there's a dearth of people out there that are 3-0 that don't know anything, don't have Twitter or whatever. I don't know. So
what's
I'm
interesting?
gonna need to follow more of the people that you follow because my timeline is just like, I told you guys he sucks. I told you guys he's awful.
You didn't see it coming.
Man.
You didn't see.
I warned you.
I told you, Tyler.
Tell you.
I told you Tyler Lockett would outproduce DK Metcalf. I told you. I told you.
I got the receipts.
The receipts.
I don't know if I told you guys.
Roll right past it, man.
I want to start a podcast called Receipts that just point to people's tweets.
Well, that's what I mean. I like the old takes exposed.
The old takes,
like,
yeah.
They'll do fan tweets, not just like analyst tweets, and those are pretty good too.
Like Gabe, I think that would be that would need that podcast, or no, it couldn't even be a podcast. It would be called Receipts, but what would have to happen is it would be you and Peter Overzet, and I think that you all would really do something special with that. You and Peter Overzet, Receipts, and just roasting, and also shouting out the receipts, because people do like to talk about how they hit everything, because they're not wrong ever. People enjoy those things, and I think this is what the community deserves.
Okay.
Speaking of Pete, I want to give him a shout out because he sent me today some sort of gift for helping him out with Randomizer. He gave me a tracking number and everything.
Hey, shout out Pete.
Yeah, it is honestly fucking hilarious. Gotta watch all his shit. Man, yeah, and he and the fact that he sent me something I can't even believe. So pretty cool.
We do need to get his definitive take on juicing. Pete, if you're watching, if you hear this soon, which I know you're super busy. I know you're doing great work, Periscope, Pat Corain, everything else, ship chasing. But if you see this, we need to know your stance on fresh juices. That's what we need. The people need that.
He definitely has takes on fresh juicing because, quite frankly, the guy wears a lot of sleeveless tees. So he's definitely juicing.
Fully cleansed. And as Robbie pointed out in our little back channels chat here, Dwight, the real victory lap needs to occur. You did the really modest one just now with Aaron Jones. You need to really get your gallivanting on here with what's happening in the district.
Agreed.
Oh, he's gonna.
Oh, I
doesn't
don't
even know his
know.
takes anymore.
What are you talking about?
Where's find the receipts?
His name is Antonio Gibson. You were Mr. Antonio Gibson.
Yeah.
Take the victory lap. Just take the card
I
out.
just fell
Wave
asleep with his
around.
eyes open.
He said, "Oh yeah."
Oh no.
Oh, Gibson. Yeah.
Yeah, it is good to see, man. It's good to see him. I still wish they would use him correctly. I don't know why they don't get him out in space and get him more involved in the passing game, but I mean, he has looked pretty damn good so far. So, yeah, it feels good, but I want to see him use him a little better and unleash what he really could be, I think. So, I haven't taken the full victory lap on that yet because I still think there's more. There's more.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think it's respectable, where he's sitting, he's involved, he's there for sure. Maybe he just ends up being like Duke Johnson, that he's just never used properly, and we just get like one random RB1 season some year.
Like that would boy G Bernard, just never quite
right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's hope not, though. Man, I don't know. When like y'all just went through like Metcalf and Josh Allen and Aaron Jones, like I missed on all three of those guys. So I don't know if I can play this game. The only caveat I had with Lockett and Metcalf, as kind of J Mike was alluding to, is we needed Russell Wilson to be able to cook or be unleashed. And now, I mean, if that's happening, I'm all for it. Do I expect top 5 wide receivers? No, that's pretty nuts. That's I mean, maybe I guess it's happened with Juju and Antonio Brown, so it's certainly possible. I guess I thought there'd be more running game involved with the Packers. I think Josh Allen's just bad, period. I'm still not convinced personally. I think he's just like a good fantasy quarterback, and I want to die on that hill until he wins MVP. I'm just going to die.
I think that's a fine hill to die on. I'll just take the fantasy points.
I don't want to.
Yeah, the fantasy points are fine.
I'll be there holding your hand, Gabe.
Yeah,
I will be there with you, buddy.
I guess Chubb. I'm satisfied with the Wubba Lubba Chubb, and I advised Hunt as well. I think it was weird that he was going beyond like RB 24 or whatever. Like I thought he would easily be involved in the offense with Stefanski and everything, just pure run game, and on the field the same time as Chubb or switching out with Chubb, whatever. And right now that we got 2 RB1s on the same team, which is pretty neat. So. And of course, we called James Robinson preseason.
Nice.
Well, it's because of the carrot juicing. Your eyes were ripe for scouting. That's why you got the James Robinson.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, the weird thing with Green Bay is if we just take a small trip back to May and their draft. Like that is what put the doubt in my mind with Aaron Jones. Like we saw it the year before. We knew he was good, but then they went out and got fucking Jordan Love and AJ Dillon in the first 2 rounds and neglected that defense.
And the contract, right?
For
hello? Yeah, and Aaron Jones' contract situation.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lack of contract.
That's a much better way to put that. And with what we're showing right now, everybody, all the all the running backs on Green Bay are all on rookie contracts right now, right? Except for Tyler Ervin, I think. So like they cut Dexter Williams to bring on probably a cheaper Tyler Ervin. Maybe I don't know how that worked exactly, but that's that. Yeah, Aaron Jones. Yeah, he's so good. He's so good. AB, that's a great question. Gibson or Gaskin rest of season? I'm firmly in the Gibson.
Give me Gaskin's touches. Touches? Give me Gaskin's touches with Gibson. Like Gibson hasn't seen those touches. Give Gibson fucking 24 touches, and that question is easily Gibson.
I have to say, I think like Gaskin is. Look, I've always loved Gaskin. I had him as a Debbie play. I bought him as a Debbie guy. I liked his tape at Washington. They're basically giving him a ton of volume in Miami. I mean, I want to listen. I like Antonio Gibson more as an athlete and a producer.
Stop hedging, Berg. Stop hedging.
It's not a hedge.
Say what you want to say. Say what you want. You're
I
a
have to
Gaskin
say,
guy. Just say it.
Look, I've been offered Gaskin, and I would listen. Here's what I will
Berg, what's your
say.
take? What is your take?
I would never accept Gaskin in a trade over Gibson.
But
at the same time, I do think Gaskin outproduces Gibson this season.
Gaskin's your boy. Just say it, man. Just say Gaskin's your man. It's okay. Own that, man.
He's not my man. I watch the games. Gaskin got a lot of work. Gibson gets some work.
Gaskin or DJ Moore?
Oh my God! Come on.
Gaskin or Joe Mixon?
I almost said that with a straight face. I tried. Just saying.
I'm just saying, like, it is annoying that they literally give Jordan Howard the 1 yard goal line carry, and that's his 6 points for the week, and he has routinely done that for like 3 weeks. That would be the only like negative for Gaskin, who's getting a lot of run.
It's going to be 2 a.m, and Berg is going to be here by himself, still talking about this question.
A run-on sentence, and then it ends with "but."
But Malcolm Brown, this Malcolm Brown kid, it's pretty
Can
good.
we talk, dude? Malcolm Brown sent okay, we're obviously in the fantasy football ether, but his week 1 sent people's heads spinning.
True.
Dude,
2 years in a row.
I had a friend in our
so was
home
Daryl
league.
Henderson the last 2 weeks.
I was I mean, the only league I could acquire him in, I spent a ton of fab, like 56% of my fab to get him. And no one else even I gotta love home leagues. No one else came close to that. But dude, a guy sent me a Voxer, was like, Eckler for Malcolm Brown. What do you think? I'm like, are you being serious right now? That was a real question to me. And so, like, listen.
And Berg is still answering that question.
So, guys, seriously, which one are you thinking there? Kind of need to give him a response.
If you are listening to this podcast or live stream or whatever, you're probably not in enough home leagues, because guess what? You'll run through them and take all their money.
If he throws in Myles Gaskin, does that get it done? Or
it's crazy though. Like, you guys know, like, we're in peak. Like, there's like times of the year where we're in like peak draft, like rookie draft season, where we're with like people that actually pay attention and know about fantasy football. We're in peak like home league season, and the trades are heavy and often. They are. I have to give credit, because like 5-6 years ago, the trades weren't happening. So I will give credit to home leagues. But man, like the value that people place on stuff is insane. And it is easy to see who the fish are and who are the sharks, man.
Oh, Gabe, I got one last thing I definitely want to do. I mean, we can talk about whatever else.
We can do this one real quick too. Sorry, I missed that one. I thought I clicked it.
Daryl Henderson for me.
Milesy Gaskinsy? Melly, what is it? It's the Key and Peele skit with the valet people.
Oh yeah.
They're just every time I see his name now, I just think of Melly Gibson's, Milesy Gaskinsies.
Yeah.
Milesy Gaskins. Milesy Gaskins. You talking about my Milesy Gaskins?
Melly Gibsies.
Oh, that's my shit. Anyway.
Week 3, 22 carries, 3 carry. Milesy Gaskins.
Not my Milesy Gaskins. Not my Princess Bride. Not my Anne Hathaways. It kills me, man. Oh, they're good. I'm going Henderson. What do you guys think?
Henderson,
yeah.
Smash Henderson.
You sure?
I am.
Okay. Just checking. That's your man. You betrayed him pretty quickly. what is that? The thing you do, Jordan Reed, week 2 to week 3. Rest in peace. Miles Gaskins, minute 16 mark to the. Excuse me, 1 hour and 16 minute mark to the 1 hour and 19 minute mark.
No, I said Jordan Reed season, week 2020, week 2 to 2020, week 3. It was what a ride.
You had a shorter conducting on the Miles Gaskins train there.
Can we just talk about how fucked up 2020 has been and it can't fix Jordan Reed being healthy or the Jets?
All these things have bounced back. And
I watched, I don't really I do like Rich Eisen, but I don't watch him a ton. But he had a great segment about how the Jets have ruined Sam Darnold. I mean,
I took his ACTs for him.
No, but I mean, he had a great segment about the Jets ruining Sam Darnold, and it's 100% true. I mean, it's pathetic what's going on in the Jets organization.
That
J Mike, I want to.
Might be one of the worst teams I've seen in a while.
I mean, Dan, and then another thing I saw was Dan Orlovsky was like, they didn't even try to win week 2.
Yeah. And the tweet he said about like they couldn't have beat his 0-16 team, the Lions team. I think that was the last bad team I remember. And yeah, I think I agree with him on that. So it's worse. Cody, what do you got, my man?
No, I just wanted to hear J Mike's thoughts on Denzel Mims. And Gabe, you too. You put it down on wax. You put it on a track about Denzel Mims.
Yeah, I did.
What are your thoughts? Do you think that he is a dynasty buy low for the rest of the season?
I don't. Did you just ask that? Like you really came in this house and asked if is Denzel Mims buy low? Wow, thought we were friends, Cody.
On a scale of 0 to above the pulp, how confident are you with saying that he is a buy low? Because dude, that offense, that entire team is just absolutely woeful.
They're about 3 days away from a new head coach.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, and not like that's going to instantly turn things around, but it's obviously it's got to get better, right? I mean, and at that point, it's not like I'm counting on Mims this season. Just seeing enough of the Jets, like, yeah, probably not, but definitely a stash of sorts. And what do y'all think you could do? Like a third? Probably get Mims, right? I would think
I don't
would
know
do
if
it
anyone's moving off that quick. I think they're thinking it what we're all thinking, right? Jets will move on. He's a slow play. He's been hurt. We haven't even seen him play. Like if you're moving off your 2022nd that you probably spent on him, which some people might, but I think most would be would stick to that. Yeah.
So
what do you think gets it done?
That we can compare. I was thinking Adam Gase. What kind of juice is he? Like the worst juice? Come on.
Ooh,
give me the worst juice, guy.
I beat juice, honestly.
Yeah.
Chef was saying whatever beet juice earlier.
He said golden beet.
Golden beet. I don't know if that's different than other beet juice, but I just don't want beet juice.
Well, J Mike said white cranberry. Is that?
That was very
Don't
odd.
knock it till you try it.
It's a very good juice. Yeah.
It's a delicious juice. Gase is horrendous. So yeah, especially if Gase is up out of there, man. Wheels up on whoever comes in. Yeah, I'm still in on Mims. Like how can I think it would be so reckless to be out when he hasn't touched the field and he's been hurt. So I'm still in.
What is the price that like what's a good opening offer right now to the Mims owner if you're trying to woo him to the J Mike side? Where are you starting with that?
Can I give you James Robinson? Will you smash accept that?
Oh hell yeah!
I want Mims. Yeah.
Oh okay. I was trying to give James Robinson to get Denzel Mims. Sorry.
you said top 5 running back James Robinson.
Yeah.
You said a third jokingly, and I think a third might get it done. I would rather have a second, but I would think a third might get it.
I don't know. Yeah.
I really think it would.
For
Hey,
Mims?
Bergen Kamikaze.
Yes.
You want $75 for oh, no, that's too much. Like $30 for Mims? Can we do that?
Hell to the nah.
Come on,
Yeah,
man. I need to
35.
To the no, to the no.
No, but I will say, Mims is a perfect example of why you don't invest a ton of draft capital into wide receivers because, like, not that it was that big a draft capital because he was like early second round, but at the
Choose
same
your
time,
words
like,
carefully.
it does seem like it's smarter to make that trade after the first year for a wide receiver and just spend that capital on a quarterback or running back because not all these wide receivers are hitting.
Drop 329 bar tab dollars on Keyshawn Vaughn. Yeah, I think that seems like a better idea. Not sure who would have done that.
Yeah.
Well,
Robbie, did you do that?
Well, someone beat me out for T. Higgins, and I had to get somebody.
Yeah,
and
I had to.
I don't know what type of juice I was drinking. I think it was a little the Nick Chubb with a Kareem Hunt vodka little blend, and Kareem Hunt week 1 where the vodka is a little strong. But I was hoping we wouldn't ever get to my what have you missed on, what have you hit on. But I just self-outed.
But here we are.
2017 Samaje P. Ryan, 2018 Rojo, 2019 David Montgomery will hold out hope there, and 2020 Keyshawn Vaughn. I'm thinking that you guys should read the tweets about running backs I like and just go ahead and just kick them off the board. I'm swinging 0 for 4, maybe 1 for 4, half a 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find those receipts for sure. Yeah.
Episode 1 receipts featuring Jobby referees.
That will cover your first season. I don't know how many episodes in a season, but just my running back takes will. I'm kind of into Le'Veon Bell and Todd Gurley this year. They're going to catch a lot of receptions. No.
I mean, Todd Gurley's not doing jack
expose
shit.
a lot of people.
Robbie, speaking of Patreon, you can find his projections at patreon.com/TFA.
They're all there, unchanged. When did the season start? 9-8, 9-8, or whatever it was. They are updated as of 9-8. Le'Veon's running back 10 with that PPR ranking. Oh my Lanta! But he's hurt, guys. He's hurt. He comes back.
Is that right? Caleb,
if you would have taken his week 1 and projected it out, he would have been RB 38. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like fringe 5th flex play. Come on.
I just lost any people that were following any of my content, by the way. So,
speaking of, Robbie hosts a podcast, and his good buddy Tom.
Well, I'm a little concerned about the chat still. Are we going to get more people? I mean, we're about an hour and a half into this.
Not now. They just heard people were spending dollars on Keyshawn Vaughn.
It's over. Bob, I see you there with the chat that Gabe posted there. Paw Patrol logo is in my email. I cannot wait to check that out and share that with the world. My phone is on, 9%. This could get dicey. We'll see how this goes here. But yeah, thank you, Bob. I will definitely be checking that out after the show.
J Mike is definitely Sky from Paw Patrol.
Oh, bro, come on, bro. You gave me
you don't think he's Chase?
Even if you give me the female, you gave me the bougie female. Like, at least give me Everest. Like, can I get Everest?
No, because you can fly, man.
Oh man. All right, man.
You got that tornado shit going?
Them tornado takes. If you listen to me, it'll destroy
Just
everything.
Wrap you up.
Yeah, it's perfect.
FF tornado take.
Can I see Cody's Scott Fishbowl shirt. I have a pretty salty Scott Fishbowl loss over the weekend I'd like to go over.
I would just like to say that I was top 10 in Scott Fishbowl and Scott Fishbowl 9. That's why I will not buy a Scott Fishbowl 10 shirt.
Yo, what do they say? Weird flex, but okay.
I dig it. I like it. You got to take your victories where you can. I believe I took a screenshot of 2-0 most points scored in my division and put it in a chat with us. So, all right.
Have any of you been in the top 10 at Scott Fishbowl at any point of your lives? That's all I want to know.
No.
Before week 1? No.
At the end of the year is what I want to know.
Oh my God.
That's a negative code.
Oh my God.
That is a weird flex. I mean, I feel like it's just a distraction because you've been sinking your payroll into the juicer.
I love that you're wearing a Scott Fishbowl 9 shirt while
while
you're going so hard on this.
It's like your one thing you have to say on a podcast. In the last year.
You would too. But whenever you guys finish in the top 10, whenever you guys finish in the top 10, let me know, and I want to see the shirt that you wear every week.
Not even that you wear it. You say you refuse to buy those 10. Oh my God.
All right, can we? All right, well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Fishbowl 10. Talk about my loss. Can we talk about how I'm playing Eric Lindbergh, who is from Rotor World, who is pretty good? I mean, the guy's a smart guy. I like him. But he clearly doesn't check, which, by the way, that's annoying. But he clearly doesn't check his lineup. He started Devontae Adams, DJ Chark, both goose eggs. But
no.
Are you dunking on someone again, Berg?
This is not a dunk. This is how he dunked on me.
Yep.
So he scored 189 points because he had Mahomes, who dropped a 53 burger on me, and then Tyreek Hill and James Conner. Somehow Sony Michel comes to life for 17 points. Are you effing kidding me? So then, okay, all right. On my team, I have Russell Wilson. I'm feeling pretty good. I got as a 43 burger. I'll take it. Yeah, Ryan Tannehill, 7. You got 7 points on Sunday in this format. Not great.
Not great, Bob.
And then I just let me
Vipers gets me.
Let me read you my list of injured players. All right. AJ Brown, Henry Ruggs, David Njoku, Jameson Crowder, Sterling Shepard, all out. I was lucky to be even competing thanks to Russell Wilson, who is a fantasy GOAT. I do have, and then I got a big game from Kamara. I got a 41 from him. But then I'm starting Landry, Boykin, Scott Miller, Sammy Watkins, Hunter Henry. Oh my God. I mean, this was like, it was tough. That was a tough loss. I'm not going to lie. Considering this guy didn't even change his lineup.
That's not good. That's no. What'd you say? Devontae Adams and
Chark.
Jeez.
I think he might have done that on purpose. Just talk about weird flexes.
Yeah.
I think he was like, you know what? Maybe I can get cheeky. Maybe I can get a little cheeky here.
This guy has 3 Emmys. Let me show him what's up. Matt Ryan got me a solid negative 0.08 in SFB this week.
No way.
It's brutal. Only start one QB, man. That second one can get a little dicey.
Oh yeah, I thought I was going to go real bad with Matt Ryan against the Bears. I was really worried about that. Them, yeah, negative 0.08. Took my first loss this week, and I got smacked. Lost by 50 to Scott Lepp. Fan Scott Lepp, that is.
At least I
thought you were an analyst, Cody. Come on.
Tied to some sort
anal less.
Ah, got it.
Dude, I want to win in Scott Fishbowl. Like, we make a big deal about it, and then we kind of like play it off like it's hard. But I want to do good.
My QBs are not good in SFB. Deshaun Watson and Matthew Stafford are 21 and 24 respectively.
Oof.
I didn't even know they were that
Where
bad.
did you draft them, Gabe?
I'm sure Watson was early. Stafford probably
maybe like 1 and 3.
No. I would imagine that Watson was either round 2 or 3 and Stafford like 6 or 7 is my guess, but I could just be trying to talk myself up. I bet the app is still up. I can probably look it up. But yeah, that's actually the first time I've looked at the QB scoring after like the first few weeks or like any weeks, and yikes.
yeah, man.
Well, that's why I went with Tannehill, because he was allegedly accurate, and then he just had a dump game. He was awesome the week before.
Let's see. J Mike, you back?
Well, Gabe was looking that up. Who are you guys looking forward to for the rest of the season while we're talking about like hits and misses? Who do you guys still have hope for the rest of the season to vindicate yourselves?
Deshaun Watson and Matthew Stafford. Rounds 2 and round 4. I am definitely talking myself up. Yikes.
No, man, like 7 and 10.
I'll just say I'll do a
in the 13th and 14th.
I'll do a random one that people are already taking the supreme L on is Irv Smith Jr. for the Minnesota Vikings. The guy hasn't done a ton, I'll admit, and but that team has been weird. So 3 weeks in, I don't know that you'd take the L necessarily, because I feel like Justin Jefferson out of nowhere just had like 7 for 175 and a touchdown. I mean, they're doing weird stuff over there. So I don't know if you take the L on Irv Smith just quite yet, but I think he could be okay.
Okay.
Out of nowhere.
Well, we know that Justin Jefferson is okay on that team. Oh, bye, J Mike again. That was nice to see Justin Jefferson come through.
Yes, I agree. I have him on literally almost on my actual dynasty teams. I have him everywhere, and started him.
Is that going to be a mirage?
I don't think it's a mirage. I mean, it might be a mirage for the short term, but long term, I think it'll be okay. But that was a big game. I mean, no one has a game like that every week.
It definitely has to open your eyes a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's definitely going to be likely his biggest week of the season, and it put him in like the top 20 or something for the season just from that one game. So yeah, it's certainly an overreaction if you go and spend everything if it were season long, but dynasty is kind of why most of us are here, and it feels good. I mean, to see that in his 3rd NFL game is cool to see, and good for Justin Jefferson, our boy, J Mike, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I have to say the reason I have a lot of Justin Jefferson across my legs is because of one J Michael right now.
Mm-hmm.
It was all about him.
All right. Speaking of J Mike, segue.
He appears to be less Mike.
Yes.
No Mike.
No mic check.
No mic.
Literally right now, cannot hear you. No mic check. We will. Oh man, I
kicking a boy
I'm actually feeling for him a little bit tonight. Oh, now I can hear myself.
All right, what about now?
There
Hello?
he is.
Yep.
There he is.
Okay.
Hold on real quick, J Mike. I'm going to vindicate both of us. Sammy Watkins, wide receiver 32 on the season, and he was being drafted as like wide receiver 60. So let's go.
Who's selling the place? Not me. Not this guy. I'm not telling
We'll
you.
never sell
He
the
had
place.
7 catches last night or something.
I mean, it is what it is. Is there any kind of echo? Are you out hearing an echo or anything?
No,
Okay,
it's
sorry.
all good.
We're good.
This I wish I could show you guys. God, this is Lord Jesus.
I know you're in the same room because I'm seeing that guitar case back there, and I've been
I
super
have to-
curious this entire time to ask you if you were the one who plays that.
No. So my wife and I continue to compliment each other. So if she is Nick Chubb, I am Kareem Hunt. She plays the guitar and I just sing.
You're the lead vocals.
That's how we work that out. So we are definitely peanut butter and jelly in that respect.
Any got a sample that you could give us just real quick?
No.
Oh, okay.
You guys do like some live
peanut butter sandwich.
Lightning happens or
Hey, I mean, not with the guitar around. Okay.
Hey man, that placenta falls on the floor if you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. 3 kids later. So we
are old.
We are old. Yeah. I did want to throw out one name that I really need to see bounce back for my soul to be right. McLaren's doing kind of his thing. He's getting the targets, and the team is just bad. And Haskins is not good, which is sad. But he's not the name. He's one half of the where I put all my chips in this offseason. The other one being DJ Chark. Really need DJ Chark to come back healthy, to really garner the targets that we hoped that he would, or it's the Jags wide receiver one curse all over again. Is what's happening. So Al Robinson was the man obviously for years, and then every year somebody comes up who intrigues us, right? We watched D.D. Westbrook for the last 2 seasons get 100 targets, and now he's nowhere to be seen. We watched Keelan Cole it was in 2018 where he finishes the season as the last 6 weeks or so where he's top 8 wide receiver in that time, and DJ Chark obviously dominates, and he's fantastic last year, and now here we are where nothing looks good in Jacksonville. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I really need DJ Chark to bounce back, or the season will basically be for naught. And there's that. So
I wouldn't say nothing looks good in Jacksonville. I mean, you guys had 2 competitive games, and then you had letdown game. Let
me rephrase. Nothing looks good from a man. I'm really feeling great about the fantasy prospects of X player. James Robinson, I can't count him because we didn't expect that, right? But from everything else, Laviska's shown flashes. It's been nice. Gardner's been pretty good, and then he took a major step back against Miami. Chark, Chark's been saved kind of by touchdowns and long receptions, but we're not getting the volume that we were hoping. We were thinking, okay, alpha, give it to him, let's go, and it just hasn't been there. So, hoping that changes. Really hoping that changes.
Yep.
That's fair.
I don't know. It's hard to come up with those. I'm trying to think of some that have I've just hit on every single player. I mean, it's just been that easy this year.
Receipts.
I'm kind of curious. I guess I'm a little curious about, and Godwin looks to be out for a few games now, and Mike Evans seems to be fine. I'm curious what happens with that team in general. It just has seemed so weird, and they're 2-1, and yeah, I don't know.
Well, I watched or I saw a tweet earlier that said that someone to watch the tape of that Broncos Bucks game, and they were giving a lot of credit to the power of Brady's short intermediate passes and a little bit to his deep pass. I mean, look, I don't know that I would go that far.
Would definitely not go that far.
Yeah, but I do think that without Godwin, it's going to be tough sledding for Tom Brady.
Other thing, just real quick as we get ready to close up, my DFS game has been mad terrible this year. we've got a little kamikaze league, and needless to say,
step one, set the lineup. Step one,
set the lineup. Week 1 we didn't get that done. Week 2 and 3 definitely set a lineup. They've just not been very good. So I'm really glad that there's no money on the line. But hopefully this DFS thing turns around, because unlike Gabe, I am not crushing the DFS scene right now.
Well, I will say that I do think that the guy Chase for Dynasty Happy Hour now he does it.
Chase, is it Vernon? Chase Vernon?
Yeah, he does a million. He does a million podcasts during the week because he's a bartender and they don't bartend anymore. So he's got time. So he does a bunch of podcasts that seem to do like pretty well. He was all about Andy Isabella last week, so I'll give him a major shout out.
Indeed. I don't know if he's FF_intervention.
And you know what? I'll give him a bigger shout out too, because I heard, ETR's podcast, and they were not on Andy Bill. They did recommend him his play. They were, because he wasn't still minimum. They were not all about him.
What up, Chase? Kudos to Chase. We got to get him on too, Gabe.
But I do recommend the Friday show on ETR if you can listen to that. If you're doing DFS, that's a pretty good show.
I've listened to them in the past. They're good.
The Kama Sutra show.
Oh,
what kind of show?
They go through a position. That's why they call it the Kama Sutra show.
Oh, sounds sensual. Sounds
all
like
right.
Placenta drop. Anywho,
J Mike, I need to show you something before you possibly leave again, and I've been trying to wait for you to get back in and stay in, and sounds like you might be in. So
we'll see.
Let's pup patrol it, baby. From
Yes.
Bob here, he got you hooked up on a pup patrol vibe. And I lost it, and maybe this is it now.
Bob Gilchrist. Shout out to Bob.
Yep, that's it. Okay.
Again, I can't give his
He is Chase. Look, dude, look at Sky right there. That would be the perfect J Mike placement.
If you are
is amazing.
If you're listening to this in podcast form, this is all the more reason why you need to join us on Tuesdays. Wow.
And the OJ, my God. I hope that was intentional, because if it
I'm
was,
sure.
More the reason you need to join Ryan Level.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well done, Bob. Well done.
I don't know if Bob's still here with us, and I'm sorry he asked that so long ago, I feel, and I tried to squeeze it in when I could, but yeah, that's it right there.
That's good. Well done, Bob. I am
fantastic.
The
face and everything is perfect.
Yeah, that's funny.
Rebate on the way to you, sir.
Rebates on the way.
On the way.
What
3 months.
What was your juice, J Mike? What juice? Oh, the white cranberry.
The white cranberry.
We need white cranberries in here. Enough of this. Enough of this Joe Mixon drink. All right.
His juice was the WAP song.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Well done, Bob.
All right.
Let's do it. Let's end the show.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. J Mike's J Mike. Yeah. All right. So let's I don't even have another draft. I don't have anything. I just have 3 great people here remaining. I do need to say another missed opportunity of being able to say goodbye to Dwight. He exited early, had to leave late night, early morning for him. So shout out to Dwight.
Big shout out to Dwight. Gabe, do you know his? You have to give him a shout out for the Devi Manual
Devi Manual.
The Devi Manual, yeah. Is the podcast that he does. The FF People's Champ. That's where you'll find him. Originated here on the Open Bar, of course.
If you are a Patreon, you'd know that.
You would know. We have a list of all the names created on this show. Oh, it's long.
Our day one. Our day one.
And we will customize one for you as well.
Flex
right.
Seal. Oh, wait.
Right. Yeah. Gonna need some Flex Seal for all that flexing that Dwight was doing tonight on Antonio Gibson. Gee, she wouldn't shut up about him.
I mean, could you? I mean, could he have taken less at victory lap?
I know, right? But I understood. I think that Gibson isn't quite to victory lap yet. He's involved, but I don't know if he's victory lap yet.
I'm taking a victory lap.
He's not where Dwight thought he would be, you know? Like Dwight's no. This is the guy. You guys, you're seeing just a little sliver.
I tweeted that he will be playing on Sundays, watching one play of the championship game of the what is that? What conference they in? He took to the house. I watched it. I go, Antonio Gibson will be playing Sundays.
Was that CUSA? Is it?
It was UCF versus Memphis. And,
Make sure when you do receipts, episode 3, Gabe, that you get that conference correct for that.
Yeah, I nailed it.
I had that right. He's playing on Sundays.
All right. Berg, we'll while you're yapping, may as well yap some more and provide us with an outro. Say some things about yourself. That's all I can do. There's no draft. There's no comps. It's just all about you. Say what you need to say. Thanks for coming on, brother.
I just want to say thank you to Gabe. Thank you to J Mike. This is one of the best shows that exists in fantasy football sphere. Thank you for having me on. As always, thank you to Cody and Robbie for being alongside me for this, because let me just tell you what. The Fantasy Authority is a brand that is on the rise, and these guys are going to be big-time stars within this industry, so you need to be following them, following all their content, following all their stuff. It's going to be, I mean, honestly, like they're big time. I've reached 0 point where I might be a little drunk, but that's fine. And I haven't looked at the slate for tomorrow, but you know what? Follow me if you like tennis at all, because I'm about to do some tennis tweets tomorrow. Let's go.
Little French Open action?
Big time French Open action. I can't wait. I've been watching it every day religiously. I am all about tennis.
All right. I might.
You tweeted out someone's name, and I swear that your cat like walked across your keyboard, because I did not think that was somebody.
Well, I've been doing some pretty like good tennis tweets too. So
they've been fire.
If you want some good tennis content, follow me.
FF Tennis. I don't know how well that would work.
Well, I have been doing the FanDuel tennis the last 2 days. I just discovered they actually offer tennis.
Oh, okay.
And the contests are pretty soft. But I did lose today because I picked Papa Seal, who got absolutely waxed.
The competition's pretty soft. I lost today, but
no.
Bird,
you can listen to the podcast at Clay Dialed In.
Yes, don't give away too much content. That's going to be level 8. They're going to have to pay.
Yeah, you definitely need to subscribe to my terrible FanDuel picks for tennis. No, but that was a terrible pick. But
that's all right. We'll get them tomorrow.
I won the first day.
All right. All right. So go follow Carl Jr. for your tennis tweets. All right. Robbie, you're up next, my friend. What do you got for the people?
I love how you just kind of console him at the end of it. No, don't worry about it, man. We'll get him tomorrow. It's like your buddy who strikes out at the bar on Friday night. He's been trying to get numbers the whole night, and you guys are just walking back home. It's like, don't worry, buddy. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll get it going.
Yep. It's Jonathan Taylor this year, it seems.
Thanks for having me on.
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
That's DeAndre Swift.
It was great. I love that I outed myself to the world with all the bad running back takes that we had. There'll be more of that in the future. So
yeah,
appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, kind of interesting that there's an R and a B in your name, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really work. Better move on from that. Robbie, thank you, dude. Much love. Appreciate you. I don't care who cares about your running back takes. I care about them.
Love you for that. Thank you.
And you can't have T. Higgins. All right. Cody.
Logging off. The rest of these, I'm out.
Nice to finally pod with you. This has been good. We'll have to do it again. Maybe when you can kind of show yourself into the top 10 again of Scott Fishbowl, whether it's 10, 11. But other than that, I don't know if I'll let you back in, man. So work on that. Good to have you on. What do you have to share with the people?
Oh man, follow me for all of your SFB9 tweets. I will do the best I can to get you guys into the final round. But no, I think David Berger at Carl Jr. said it all for us. He said we are moonshotting. I don't believe it. He also said that he was drunk. I do believe that. So that's all I got, man. I'm super appreciative to finally get to chop it up with all you guys. Open Bar is legitimately one of my favorite shows. And one of the reasons why I don't get any TFA work done on Tuesdays. So I appreciate you guys for having me on finally. And I will pay another 7 Patreons to get back on.
Yeah, and that's what happens. You actually have to start back at 1-0, whatever. So
you got to get to the silver, platinum, gold membership, and then you're in.
And then, you get on as much as Berg gets on.
I think this is my.
It's like the oh.
It's like SNL. I got the 5 Timers Club jacket.
This is the wasn't the Naomi Osaka level? Is that what this is?
Osaka is taking the French off. All right,
That's a bummer.
I love Osaka though. She's a baller.
She's a baller.
Yeah, and she's a baller. She's dating a rapper, a very good rapper, Corday. Good album.
And she showed up she was like courtside for Rui from the Bullets, which was pretty cool. The guy from Gonzaga, the other black Japanese athlete.
Yeah, the other, yeah.
There's a couple of them.
Adam Morrison?
No.
Adam Morrison. J Mike, you better go next after that. Follow up Adam Morrison.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get it in. So major shout out obviously to everybody who's checking us out, podcast form, video form. We appreciate you. Golly, to my scouts brethren, my compadres. I've literally talked to these guys every day for I don't know how many days straight now over the course of 4 years now, guys. So just grateful to be able to have all of them here. That was a ton of fun, and yeah, I'm grateful for you guys. So in the event that I don't get the opportunity to tell you, I'm grateful for you. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. We've been through a lot together in life, and we've seen a lot of milestones, a lot of highlights, a lot of lowlights, and it's just a pleasure to be able to call you friends, and definitely for you all to come on together. And this is a real treat for me. So thank you guys. Yeah, to everyone that's checking us out in podcast form, thank you. You could have spent 2 hours anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be with us for any portion of it. So thank you for everyone that showed up in the live chat. Bob, especially you, Mr. Gilchrist, for the Pole Patrol. That's just so good. I'm not gonna forget that very soon. I'm on Twitter at JMikeCheck, at JMICCheck, and you can find the show's handle at the Open Bar Pod. And thank you to everyone in our Eliminator leagues, in our Open Bar Charity League, and thank you to everyone who showed us love for last week when we got to run the reboot, if you will, of the last episode that we had with James the Brain.
Yep.
This is our first live one since then, and to be able to have a sweet time remembering our laughing and our love with him that was a great time. So, James, we miss you. We love you. We certainly hope that your family is great and grand and everything is fantastic with them in terms of how they grieve and everything else. And golly, you're missed, man. You're missed. And I'm still yearning for some beer cheese soup to be able to continue to remember you well. Beer cheese soup in a bread bowl. Man, miss you, James. So with all that said, kicking into my main man, the host with the most, at FF Man Bun on Twitter. What I read that earlier, at FF Above the Pulp. Mr. Gearing, if you nasty. Gabe, take us home.
Just want to echo what you said real quick. You said it beautifully, but rest in paradise, James the Brain, our dude. Much love to you, my friend. We miss you. Beer cheese soup forever. J Mike's got a couple podcasts. If he can figure out his unfortunate scenario, hopefully he can go and record.
I may never pod again.
He might not pod again. This might be the last open bar. Yeah. And we only had like 5 people in the chat. What if it was?
Spare,
Man, they
2K sitting
so
around
bad.
for me to get a new computer? It'll just,
that gosh. Patreon better start kicking, man. All right. So J Mike might.
Are we the only ones in the Patreon?
I know that's the problem. We need guests to have patrons. So if we don't pod, we don't have patrons. All right. So J Mike's got a couple pods. Check him out if he's able to do them anyway. The Journal and Dummy Blitz. But other than that, we're just kicking it, man. Every Tuesday ish. We've been very, very ish on the every Tuesday. Much like, last week, of course. This week was all put together quickly. Thank you, J Mike, for that. Thank you for all 3 of you currently, 4 of you in total to come on as quick as you did, to my knowledge. Very much appreciate that always. And that's all I've got. J Mike, we might be here next week. We're gonna figure that out. Meantime, I'm gonna be your tech guru for the next 6 days or so, I'm sure. So we'll figure it out though. But until then, people, put your drinks up, put your fists up, whatever you got to share with the people tonight. If you're listening, if you're watching, we love all of you. What do you? Oh, I thought that was like, it looked like canned wine or something. All right, so that's it. That's the open bar. We did it. We did it again. Another episode. What was this? Episode 300 or something? Who knows? You'll have to find out next week.
On the Patreon.
On the Patreon, when we give you an episode number.
I'll say, is it including tread episodes? Or?
I don't know how many episodes we've done. We got to count them up someday, J Mike. I feel like we've done enough to have a celebratory open bar night. This is episode 205.
Enough +1.
Yeah, enough +1. That's the ish brand though. We don't know. Nor do we really care. All right, but that's it. Thanks for kicking it with us. See you next week. Maybe. Deuces.